Hello, you guys. Welcome to day 4 of Coach Basics. Today, I'm going to share with you some typical responses on some questions that you might get, or how to respond when people respond to your invites, or they comment on your challenge group invites on your social media, all those kind of things. So I'm just going to go through, and when you're watching this, you can pause and screenshot all those kind of things. But this is a sample invite that I've been using a lot. I try sometimes to just keep it as simple as possible. But so you are more than welcome to use this. Just make sure that you kind of tweak it so that it sounds like you. But hey, lady, and usually I put their name in there the first time I message them. So like if I was, hey Kylie, I hope you had a great weekend. It sounds like today's going to be a typical July weather day. I always try and throw in something personal. If I know, I saw something like the other day, I saw a gal went to an Adele concert. So I talked about that first. I was like, hey, I saw your pictures from Adele. That's so awesome. I hope you had a lot of fun. It looked incredible, something like that. And then, hey, I know this was kind of random, but I'm getting ready to kick off a new fitness accountability group, and I wasn't sure if you'd be interested at all in hearing the details. No worries if it's not something you're interested in, but I thought I'd check if it was. Just let me know either way. So this does a few things. It tells them, that I have a new group kicking off. Hopefully they've been watching me on social media and they kind of know what I'm talking about, or they at least know that I like to work out and I'm into my fitness. And then this kind of takes the pressure off. I wasn't sure if you'd be interested, but I just thought I'd reach out. If you're not, it's not a big deal. Just let me know. So let's say they respond back and they say, yeah, I'm interested, or tell me more. What's the cost? I handle this question at the bottom. Sometimes I will get people that will ask me all 3 of these questions at once. Yeah, I'm interested. Tell me more. What's the cost, details, etc. This what's the cost question, I always wait to talk about that last. I don't like to bring that up initially when I'm talking about the actual details of the group, because I want people to get interested and excited about what the group has to offer. So here's how I explain the group, explain the program, everything. So we'll be kicking off on July 18th, or whatever the date is that the next group is kicking off. We'll be following the 21-day fixed program, which is also on promotion and sale this month. If it's not on sale, obviously don't say that. This has 30-minute workouts, nutrition, meal plan guide to follow. Nothing crazy, just correct portions. Replacing one meal a day with Shakeology, a superfood shake. Our support group is all online with daily posts, motivation, encouragement, tips for staying on track, etc. I'd love to learn a little bit more about you. Do you have any specific health and fitness goals in mind? Do you struggle more with nutrition or exercise? Again, this gives them a few things. I tell them about the program. I tell them what we're going to be doing in the group, but then I ask them a question. What do you struggle with? What do you want to work on? And a lot of times I'll get back, yeah, I really struggle with nutrition. Then I combat that and say, I struggle with nutrition. I come back and say, you know what? I am the exact same way. I definitely struggle with nutrition too. That's what's so great about this program is you can still eat most of the foods that you still want to. It's just in the right portions. I found out I was eating way too many carbs and definitely not enough protein and vegetables. So come from your experience. So they struggle with nutrition. How is the 21-day fix going to help them with their nutrition? How is it going to get them on track? Maybe they just struggle with exercise. They say, I have no motivation to exercise. Okay, so how's this program going to help them do that? 30 minutes a day. You have such a big variety of workouts. The accountability group is going to help keep you motivated and going from there. So I love to ask them those questions because that gets them talking about themselves, and then I can really find out where they're at. Because if they're one that really struggles with nutrition, then I know in the back of my mind when they join the challenge group, I'm going to have to check in and make sure that their nutrition is going okay and that they are needing help with meal plans or those kind of things. What is a challenge group? So this is just kind of one way I describe it. What I would say is just sit down and type out your own response. It's an online support group offering daily tips for staying on track and being successful with the program. Daily motivation and encouragement provided, recipes shared, etc. Okay, so that would be how I would explain a challenge group to somebody. Again, we've kind of talked about it. Challenge group is so hard and not always the best word. You know, I like to say more of accountability group. You know, to me, support group, accountability group. I like that better than challenge group. Okay, so you make a challenge group invite on social media and somebody comments and they say, I'm interested, or me, give me the details. You know, they comment below. This, again, is going to look very similar to what I responded to up here. And that's because I respond the same way. But I start off a little different. Hey, thanks for showing interest in our upcoming support group. I'd love to share the details with you. And then I go through and I share the details, and then I ask them that question. What do you struggle with? What goals do you have? What do you want out of this? Okay. So it looks very similar, but I try to keep it simple. And then if they have more questions about the Shakeology, then we go in and we talk about that more, and so on. And then the cost. So this is how I break down and I talk about the cost. And here's the thing. You have to be confident when talking about the price. Because really, $140 for everything that they are getting is a great deal. Really, you know, a big chunk of that cost comes from the Shakeology, but we know the benefits. You know from your own experience how it's benefited you and how it's helped you. So you have to know that some people aren't going to want to pay that. Some people are going to want to wait, and you just have to be confident going in and talking about it. So, like, for example, right now the 21-day fix is on sale. So I'm always like, it's on sale. It's a promotion. Like, it's a huge deal. Challenge Pack 140 includes the 8 workouts on 2 DVDs, complete set of containers, nutrition guide, meal planning booklet, shaker cup, 30-day supply of Shakeology, access to the accountability group, and me as your coach. Take pride in you being their coach, right? Because that's a big deal too. This is all a one-time cost unless you choose to continue your Shako, but I always send out a reminder. Now, I am trying to come up with, and usually at this point, I will add in, you know, what other questions do you have? Because typically I'm giving them this information. They kind of tell me their fitness, their, you know, what they struggle with. And then they say, okay, what's the cost? So then I tell them this, and then I usually say, what other questions do you have for me? Or something like, are you ready? Like, so then I say, what other questions do you have for me? And some, you know, sometimes then they'll say, oh, I don't think I have any more. Then I come back with, all right, are you ready to do this? You got to be confident. You have to, you know, to have that presence and to have a feel for what's going on. So all of these messages, I'm going to show you what I do. I have 92 drafts in my Gmail. Here are all, like, here's my mobile app link. Here is, like, I'm working on my July right now. So here's my invite for July. Here's how I explain the group. Here are my check back responses. So when I'm going and sending invites and checking in, I have it all right there in my drafts. So I can get it on my phone. I can get it on my computer. Almost everywhere that I go, I can get it. Okay? All right, well, hopefully that helps. If you want a specific copy of one of those, let me know. Or if you have more questions, definitely comment them below. So that way we can help you get going there. All right, talk later, you guys. Bye.